guys, and welcome back to my channel at Lex Beauty. Today we are going to be learning how to do a gold cut crease. This is how it looks. And if you want to know how to achieve this look, if you want to learn, please keep on watching. Okay, so I went ahead and did my eyebrows off camera. This is a little bit more bold and thicker than my recent video of my simple everyday, just because we're doing more of a dramatic look. So I went ahead and did my eyebrows thicker. So I did go ahead and conceal my eyes. I used the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. I went ahead and used that to conceal, and then what I did is I just went into my Morphe 350 and Nature Glow palette, and this will be, most of the palette that I will be using today will be the colors from here. I'm going to go ahead and set that concealer with these two shades. I'm just going to go ahead and tap into both of them and tap the excess off. Always tap the excess off. And just set my eyes. Make sure they're not tacky. If your eyes are tacky, your eyeshadow will just go skipping over it, and you'll have like little lines showing where the eyeshadow did not stick. So you don't want that. Just gonna go ahead and set it, and you can tap in, you can touch it, and as soon as it feels kind of matte, like it feels like set powdery almost, then you can go ahead and start with your eyeshadow look. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be tapping into this color right here. This is going to be my blending shade, so all the other colors I use will be blended out into this shade. It's just a seamless color that's just going to make everything, it's going to tie everything together. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on my eyelid. I'm not going to be putting it, directly on my eyelid, but right above, like right here, and I'm going to blend it out into my eyebrow bone. So now that we have that nice and blended, you can see it right there, nice and blended. Also use the Beige Cosmetics 101 blending brush. It's one of my favorites. So I'm just going to tap into a little bit darker of a shade. I'm going to go ahead and go in with this shade. I'm just going to tap into it, take off any excess, and the same thing, I'm just going to go in. You can see it's a little bit darker. I'm just going to go ahead and blend it as well. You don't want any harsh lines. You want it to look seamlessly. The trick to blending is using a light hand. You just want to lightly go back and forth like a feather. Just go back and forth and really make sure that the colors, they go together, they go in sync. So for my next brush, I'll be using the Beige Cosmetics 104. I am going to be going in with this shade right here. So again, we are gradually going darker and darker, but we are not going so dark that it's just like, boom, you know? You can just see the dark. You don't want to do that. And I'm just going to tap. Same thing. Now, with the other one, we did go still above our eyelid right here. With this one, I'm going to stick to the crease of our eyelid. So I'm going to stick to that, and I am going to blend. So what I always do is I always put the full brush right here. I stick it so that the shadow is there. Once I see that the shadow is there, I'm going to go ahead and blend the rest out. And guys, don't be afraid, like, you can see how uneven this looks right here just because I have no shadow here. We will clean that up when we do our cut crease. We're going to grab the concealer and just cut that out so it'll be a perfect line. But you're just going to keep on blending that. And what I do to make sure that it's all blend together, I grab the first brush I used in the beginning, and I grab the first shade I used, which was this one. I'm going to tap into it. And just to make sure, because you want to keep making sure everything's blended, I am gonna connect the colors together. So now you guys can barely tell that I added that little brown, but we're just gonna deepen it and deepen it. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get even darker. So I'm gonna go here to this color. It's kind of like a dark gray brownish a little bit. I'm gonna go there, tap into that, dust it off. Same thing, I'm gonna go right at the end. You can see that there. And same thing, I am just gonna be swiping that back and forth. Grabbing the brush to blend it that I used in the beginning. Just gotta make sure it is all blended together. So now that I went ahead and I went into this color, I'm gonna go into a like mocha brown. So this one's a little bit more browny. This one was a little bit more gray. This one's more brown. So it's more warm. And this one is where I'm gonna get a little bit more dramatic. I'm just gonna apply this to the end. You see it? Yeah, you guys can see that. And same thing, I'm gonna swipe it, but this one I'm just gonna push a little bit harder so that you can really see this color. And that's what it's looking like so far, guys. What do you think? We liking it? We not liking it? What's going on? Tell me your thoughts. I am gonna go ahead and go back into my nude shade and just make sure that it all looks like one color. You can do this step just to make it a little bit more dramatic. I'm gonna go ahead. This is my Morphe's James Charles palette. This thing's giant. I'm just gonna go ahead in with the black right here. I'm only gonna grab a little bit, guys. I'm not gonna go crazy with it. Just a little bit. Tap it because this thing is pigmented. And I'm gonna go in at the outer corner again. And then what you can do to make sure everything blends together, I am gonna grab the dark brown on top of it and mix it with the black. So that way when I put it on, it still matches. It still looks like I have my browns in there, I have my black in there. I'm just going to start blending it out. Make sure it all connects. If you can see, it just makes it a little bit more like pop. Like you can just see it now. You can see the browns, you can see the blacks. And then I'm going to go ahead and go on with the Anastasia brush that we were using. And I'm going to blend with that color as well that I have. Again, I'm not picking the color up for this. I'm just using what's left over and I'm just blending. We are going to move on to the cut crease now. So the brush I will be using is the Krylon 4 Tory brush. And it's just like a flat brush. So that way I can get a precise line when I put on my concealer. I'm going to be using the same NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer. This is in the shade Fair. So what this is going to do is this is going to line the cut crease so it's nice and sharp. And it's also going to be a base for the eyeshadow that we put on in our inner lid. So I'm just going to take this and rub my brush on it on both sides just so if it dries out on one side, I can go ahead and flip it over to the other side. Now, if you can see, I have like a natural line right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and follow that line. I'm just going to define it a little bit more with the concealer. Boom, guys. It's happening. The best way to get a cut crease is to look downwards and create that half moon. So now what I do when I create my half moon, no! I failed really hard on that. Man. I have to finish this before I can clean that. Now that I created that half moon, I stop about halfway and I just blend it. Because we are going to go back in later with the colors we used. And we're just going to make sure it all looks seamless. Now that we have the cut crease, it's transferring a little bit. See, that's what happens when you blink, guys. So you got to move quick with it. I'm going to go into my master palette of Makeup by Mario. This is with the Anastasia Beverly Hills collection. And as you can see, I hit pin on this color. I'm going to be going in 5th Avenue. It's like a nice gold shimmery shade. I am just going to grab a big flat brush. This is the Beige Cosmetics 130. And I'm just going to be dipping into that shade. Again, tapping off any excess. And I am going to just be patting that in my inner corner. If you have Fix Plus, spray in your brush a couple times. It does magic for your eyeshadow. It just makes the eyeshadow like 10 times more pigment. But if you have like a gold shadow that's not that pigmented, it'll be good to use. So then what I'm going to go ahead is I'm going to use the brush where I had a little bit of black and brown on it, and I'm just going to clean it up. Where I have that gold, I'm just going to clean that up and define that line a little bit more. Again, I'm not grabbing into the black and brown again, I'm just using whatever was left over, and I'm just going to blend that. I'm going to bring it in a little bit on the inside, so the gold and the brown and the black all looks like it belongs. Then this time I will be dipping into the nude shades that I used earlier and just making sure everything connects together. And make it all one color. See, guys? How do we feel about it? Are we liking it? Are we not liking it? What's going on? I am going to be using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. This is what the wing liner is looking like. So to speed up this process, I'm going to go ahead and do this eye, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. This is what the other eye is looking like. For this next step, I will go ahead and be putting on lashes. These are the Baddieb lashes in Babydoll. They're pretty simple. They're nothing too crazy. I didn't want to do something crazy for this look just because you really want to focus on the eye look. You want to be able to see it. I'll be using the Duo Brush On Adhesive. That's what it looks like. It's like a holographic blue when it dries. I think that's really cool. I like to curl my lashes. I'm just going to go ahead and curl it. I'm just going to put on a little bit of mascara. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and do my face makeup. I am trying a new foundation and hopefully this works well. This is the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. This is in the shade Foot 20. I'm just going to put this on the back of my hand. I've never used this before, so this is going to be my first time, so it's kind of like a little review. Ooh, it's pretty liquidy. I don't want it to fall off, but it's pretty liquidy. And then I'm just going to go ahead and dot this all over my face. Oh, I don't even know if it's my shade. It might be a little too light, guys. Uh-oh. Using the Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Deep Dark. You guys are like, what the fuck is she doing with that color? The Beige Cosmetics 117, and I am just going to blend it. Okay, so now that I have blended all that in, I'm going to go back in with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer, throw that under my eyes. So this concealer, if you couldn't tell, is super white. I'm talking super white. So, I have another concealer, same one, NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. This is in the shade True Beige. Ooh, a little dark, huh? And just put it underneath. Mix it in. And then I'm going to go ahead and go in with my setting powder, which is the same Anastasia Beverly Hills. If you guys watched my other video, please go watch it. And I'm just going to set under my eyes. So I'm just going to grab a giant fluffy brush. And we're just going to wipe it off. Boom. Just gonna grab the same, look how ratchet this thing is. Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in these two shades. Mix them and just go over that contour we did earlier. Now, to complete the face, I am gonna go into my Kylie Cosmetics We're Going Shopping Again blush. Just gonna take a little bit. Okay, to finish the eye look, I'm going to grab a super small tapered brush. This is the Beige Cosmetics in 106. And I'm going to go into the colors that we used from the Morphe 350 palette. I'm going to go into this color right here, and then this color right here. These are the two blending shades that we used in the beginning. Go into them, and I'm going to put this under my eye. And then what I do, same brush, I'm just going to go into the chocolate brown that we used earlier. This one I'm going to go closer to the lash line. Now that we did our lash line, we can go ahead and go in with our mascara. Again, I'm just going to use the Better Than Sex again because it's what I have closest to me at the moment. And I'm just going to put mascara on my bottom lashes. Grab my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. So I just got this highlighter. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Blossom Glow. We'll see how this works. I'm just gonna take my regular highlighting brush. Again, I don't know the name of this. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll do some Googling and find it, but let's see. Ooh, okay. Oh! Okay, so it's pink in person. I know you guys probably cannot see that, but it's pink in person. Let's see if you can see it. It's pink in person. Well, we're gonna roll with it now. It's too late. Wow. Wow. Wet n Wild, where have you been? I like it. I really, really like it. Okay, now for this part, I'm going to stick with my Amrezy one. I'm just going to put some of my Amrezy highlighter into my inner corner. Again, this is the Beige Cosmetics 105. It's the small little inner corner one that I used last time. Then I'm going to go ahead and go on my brow bone. And then a little bit on my nose. I'm going to be using Morphe Sweet Tea. Again, I'm just going to line my lips, guys. I'm just going to go on the sides. So I have the KKW Beauty Lipsticks. I like this one. This is the KKW Nude Lipstick in 3. You guys are not going to see that. It's in Nude 3. And I'm just going to tap this on. Listen, guys. She wasn't kidding when she said nude. She was not kidding. I always tap it into my lip. Just to make sure it looks fun. Okay. Okay, guys. Are you feeling this look? Okay, guys. This is the finished makeup look. This is the gold cut crease. Let me zoom in. We'll zoom in. Let me walk over here. This is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close this video out now because we're done with the makeup look. Please let me know if you like this makeup look, didn't like this makeup look. I'm going to say it 1,000 times. I need to know what you guys want to see. I need to know what you guys don't want to see. Just something you can go out. This is more of a like, you got a dinner date or maybe a birthday party, or it's nothing too much, but it's not simple. It's not like I'm gonna go to Target with this makeup look. I mean, you can. If that's what you want to do, you can. But I would consider this more of like a dinner, a night out with your mans, maybe going with your family somewhere, whatever it is. Okay, so if you guys like this makeup look, please let me know in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so every time I post a video, you know when I post a video, right? Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.